Now, do you offer your ministry? Do you go out if you have ministries that are requesting that you come out and do seminars on this particular subject? Would you be
Yes.
available for that?
Yes, I'm available anytime.
Okay.
And all they have to do is you get me on the web.
Okay.
And it's an email address there also. Our callers, we have a phone set up for that too. And anytime, because I'm willing to go.
Yes, yes.
Because God has called me out.
Yes.
And now's the time for me is to be about my Father's business.
Yes. And you know, I like what you said earlier, John. When we were talking and we were discussing that many are called, but few are chosen.
That's right. That's my
And I think that when you hear the voice of God and God tells you to go, you know, I'm your chosen one. And it appears that when it comes to this particular subject, your ministry is called to go out and to evangelize to people about how to hear the voice of God.
Yes.
Now, is there a number that they can call, or do they just go to the website to contact you to book you for different seminars?
Oh, yes, we have it set up where we do have it's set up. They can contact us, put the information in there, and we will get back to them.
Okay.
Or they can call me directly with the phone number that's listed on the website.
Now, I want to ask you, I want to inquire, how many different ways, hindrances that there can be, John, we talked about that briefly, that can hinder you from hearing God's voice?
One of them is soul ties.
Soul ties. Explain that a little bit.
Well, when you've gone into the world and had different relationships, ungodly relationships, they can tie you in, and you cannot go to the Father with those kind of ties.
Okay. You have to let go of the bad baggage. You
Yes,
know?
right.
I tell people all the time, let go of that dead thing. You
Right.
can't go forward in the name of the Lord until you let go of the dead baggage.
Right.
And so
Right.
those are
Right.
the soul ties that you're talking
Right.
about.
Right.
That if you continue to connect, number one, don't connect yourself with
No.
anything that's negative.
Right.
Number two, don't connect yourself with anything that's not of God. Because sooner or later, if you have all that negativism around you, all those things around you that's not of God, they're going to pull you. Am I right?
Right.
I preached my first sermon about stop getting off the train and route to your final destination. Am I right?
Right.
We have so many things in low. Don't get me to preaching now. We have so many things in our life that are causing us to continue to be pulled off the path of God.
We're too busy.
We're too busy.
That's another thing.
Right.
So another hindrance is we are too busy
Yes.
to
Yes.
take the time to hear
Yes.
God. What's another one, Pastor?
And low self-esteem.
That's a good one.
Because a lot of people don't realize when they are get saved by God, a lot of people know born again.
Yes.
And God is calling them out. They feel like, well, I can't do it.
Yes, yes.
That I'm not able to do it.
Yes.
But you see, it's not up to us anymore.
That's right.
It belongs to Him.
Yes.
And if He called us out, He will equip us.
Yes, I
He
believe
will
that.
get us on the right path. He'll put us in the right people at the right time.
Oh, Jesus. And you know the word says I can do all things through Christ who strengthens me. And when we have that word embedded into us,
Right.
and when God has already let us know, sweetheart, baby, girl, you can do anything as long as you are about me. Because I tell people all the time, stop having that I mentality. Am I right?
Right.
Stop letting everything be about me, and I.
That's it.
Let it be about them. Let it be about Him.
Right.
Because when you consecrate in your life, when
Right.
you focus on God, when you focus on Him, you can be able to truly hear Him. Am
Yes,
I
you
right?
can.
Absolutely.
Yes, you can.
Yes.
One more thing that hinders us from hearing God's voice.
Well, another anger.
Oh, that's a good one.
Yes, anger.
That, and you know, I think Brother Don talked about that a little bit at the crusade.
Yes, he did.
He talked about, you know, how sometimes God can use that on angry
Angry
spirit.
spirit.
Am I right?
Right.
But I like where you're coming from when it says that how can I truly hear God's voice when I'm angry?
Right.
Because I got all this other stuff in my
Right.
mind that's blotting my mind that it's hard for me to hear God.
God.
You know, I told him on the show this past week, sometime you've got to cut that television off.
Right. Yes.
Sometime you've got to get off the computer.
Yes.
Sometime you have just got to get in your secret closet
Yes, you have
so
to get
that
off with
you
God.
can truly hear God. Am I right? I like, you know, Mama used to say about them secret closets. Find yourself a corner, wherever you got to go.
That's right.
That's going to distance you
Right.
from other people so that you can hear the voice of God.
You
Isn't
have to-
that awesome?
That's
Yes.
great.
That's a wonderful thing. Listen, I'm going to go to a commercial break. I'll be back with another guest, with Pastor Jean and myself. Be right back in just a minute with a fresh wind.
Ladies, whether you're looking for a casual dress, a business suit, or a cute after five for that special occasion, or men, name brand business suits, shoes, and shirts at Dream Prices. Every Monday, we celebrate Ministry Monday. Get 50% off. So come on over to the Dream Store located at 3068 Forest Lane at Webb Chapel in Dallas. Call 972-247-7960. Get Dream Prices while giving back to the community in process. See you today at the Dream Resale Store.
I was having trouble getting out of bed in the morning because my back hurt so bad.
The Sleep Number bed conforms to you. Wake up in the morning with no back pain.
Do you toss and turn, wake up with back pain? If so, call us now.
You'll learn how the Sleep Number bed helps relieve back pain by allowing you to adjust the firmness and support to conform to your body for a more proper spinal alignment. Just look at this research. 93% of participants experienced back pain relief. Plus, it's a great value because it costs about the same as an innerspring, yet lasts twice as long. So if you want to sleep better or find relief for your bad back, call now.
Call 1-800-257-0208 for your free information kit with DVD, brochure, and price list. Call 1-800-257-0208 and we'll include a free $50 savings card. That's 1-800-257-0208 for your free information and this free $50 savings card. Call now.
Welcome back to A Fresh Wind. This is Minister Cynthia Chase. And listen, today we are talking about how to hear from the voice of God. It's good sometimes just to sit back and say, Lord, how can I hear from you? God, if my ears and my life is not open and available to you, God, sometimes I need to step self aside, God, and I need to hear from you. I have Pastor Jean. What's your last name again? You know I messed it up. I told you, sister girl, I messed it up.
Jean
Fajeda. And we have Sam Gill. Welcome, Sam.
Oh, glad to be here.
Oh, come on. And you know, you have some beautiful kids in the green room. We thank God that you brought your children along. They're absolutely adorable. Now, with little kids like that, you got to be hearing the voice of God.
Yes,
I'm telling you. Listen, Sam, we've been talking about the church that you're a member of here with Pastor. We've been talking about different ways to hear from the voice of God. First of all, let us know how you met Pastor.
We actually met at another church.
Okay.
And I volunteered to start a video ministry for that church.
Praise God.
So.
And part of the video that you just watched, didn't you do that, Sam?
Yes, I did.
Very good job.
Thank you.
Very good job. Now, Sam, when in the green room a few minutes ago, I was talking about how do you hear the voice of God?
Well, you know, that's been, you know, part of the thing is one of the reasons that I got really excited about this ministry is it's been a hit and a miss in the past. You know, sometimes I've been able to hear it and sometimes I haven't. And it's gotten real confusing lately. You hear a lot of things, and that's one of the hindrances, you could say, of hearing the, you know, God's voice today is that there's so much noise out there that it's hard to figure out which voice is God's. You know, there's a lot of stuff that sometimes you hear in your head.
Yes.
And, you know, you don't know, is that yourself? Is that God? Is that the devil throwing, you know, interjecting thoughts in your mind?
Yes.
It's hard to tell. So I wanted to learn, you know, more precisely, how do you hear the voice of God? And, you know, start following down that path.
I like that. We were talking a minute ago about, you know, stop getting off the train en route to your final destination. And it's about always allowing things to get us off our focus with God.
Absolutely.
And the same thing, you know, lines up with taking our hearing and our mind off of hearing God. Because, you know, Sam, sometimes God will tell you some things that, you know, like, Lord, was that you talking? Because do you really want me to do that? Do you really want me to give up all my money and just work for you, God, and just do for you, God? Sometimes, now, do you ever, when you've heard God's voice, and this is for both of you, when you've heard the voice of God and he's asked you to do something, have you had second thoughts about what God told you to do?